Today we're going through 4 levels of pull-up progressions. The first level is 0 to 5 pull-ups. The second level is 5 to 10 pull-ups. The third level is 10 to 20 pull-ups. And the last one is 20 to 30 pull-ups. We will go through exactly what you need to progress in each level. In each level, there's between 3 and 6 exercises that you can do to progress to your next level. You can also use this video to see how far you've progressed, and when you've mastered a level, you can come back and watch the other exercises. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and like, and also comment what you think about this video. And if you also have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I will be glad to answer them. Level 1 is 0 to 5 pull-ups. This is where you're most likely a beginner calisthenics athlete. In this stage, it is important to build your foundation, to build your basic strength. I have written down 4 exercises for this level. The first exercise is a dead hang. This is the most simple one, where you just hang from the bar. The only thing you need to remember is to keep your shoulders retracted. It's important to be in an active hang. You can see the difference here between the non-active hang and the active hang. Next up, we have the scapular pull-up. This is a pull-up where you shrug your shoulders up and down while hanging. Next up, we got the assisted pull-up. This is where you can use a band or a machine to help you. This is a great way to build the foundational strength to build you up to a normal pull-up. Lastly, we have the Australian rows. What you can do with this one is that you can progress lower every time you get stronger. The Australian rows are incorporated because this is a similar movement to the pull-up. Level 2 is 5 to 10 pull-ups. The first exercise you can do in this level are regular pull-ups. You should now be strong enough to do at least 5 pull-ups in a row, which means you can do sets of 3 or less reps. If you can do more than 5 pull-ups in a row, you can do normal pull-ups but train very close to failure. This is where you leave 1 or 2 reps left in the tank, so you're ready for the next set. Next up, we got the high repetition band assisted pull-ups. This is where you do banded pull-ups, but this time you do a lot of reps instead of just a few. This will help you with the movement, but also build the endurance so that you're strong enough to do more pull-ups. And just to note, these exercises are not something you need to do. This is just help if you're stuck or if you want some help with exercises to help you progress and level up in pull-ups. Lastly, we have the weighted negative pull-up. This is where you add weight to your pull-ups, but you do the pull-ups in the negative. So what you do is starting in the top position where your chin is above the bar. Then you're trying to slowly control the negative of your pull-up. The goal with this exercise is to do it as slowly as possible without losing control. At level 3, we have 10 to 20 pull-ups. This is now where you're strong enough to do weighted pull-ups. Weighted pull-ups are a great addition to build the pull-up strength. What you should focus on here is doing the reps controlled and clean. A big mistake people are doing is that they kip when they do weighted pull-ups. What I also used to do is that I didn't have the chin over the bar when I did my weighted pull-ups at the beginning. The next one is a pyramid set. What you do in this set is that you go all the way down from the bottom, all the way to the top, and then to the bottom again. What I mean by this is that you, for example, start with 1 rep, then you take a short rest, and then you go to 2, and then you take a rest and 3 reps, all the way up to a certain number, let's say 5. And then you go all the way back down again. So from 1 to 5, and then from 5 to 1. Next up, we have a great exercise that I still use to this day, and my current max is 28 pull-ups in a row. The ladder sets are almost the same as a pyramid set, but what you do is you start from 1 and then you go all the way up to a certain number and you stop there. Next up, we have the high set method. What I mean by this is that you do a high amount of sets. The reason we're doing this is to build the endurance enough to do more than 20 pull-ups in a row. For example, you can do 10 sets of 5 pull-ups with short amount of rest in between. That way, you can build both endurance and strength at the same time. Lastly, we have chest to bar. The chest to bar is a great way to build your explosiveness in the pull-up. The chest to bar is a great exercise for the muscle up, but I will cover that in another video. How you perform a chest to bar is that you pull up high enough to hit your chest. Lastly, we have level 4, 20 to 30 pull-ups. From my experience, this is what I did to reach 28 pull-ups in a row, and I'm still getting stronger. To prove this, my pull-up max 3 months ago was 23 pull-ups, and I thought I was stuck. But I found out about these exercises, and my pull-up went to 28 pull-ups in a row. The first exercise is 100 plus reps. What I mean by this is that you, for example, split up the 100 pull-ups in 10 sets of 10 reps. What I like to do is to do 20 sets of 5 reps, with only 30 seconds of rest in between. What I like about this exercise is that you can do it in a short amount of time, if you're strong enough to do it in a short rest period. What I also like to do is sometimes do 200 or even 300 pull-ups in a row, since this challenges me. At this stage, you should still do weighted pull-ups. The difference here is that you're a lot stronger now. Lastly, we have variants of pull-ups. What I like about this is that you do a set amount of pull-ups, but each time you switch up the variant. What I mean by that is one set you do regular pull-ups, the next set you do chin-ups, then you do wide grip pull-ups. You can also do close grip chin-up, and lastly, neutral pull-ups. And this isn't to say that you can't use an exercise since it's in the lower category. You can definitely switch up and use everything even when you're at the top level. I still do the ladder sets and the chest to bar since it helps me a lot with the pull-ups, even though I'm at a higher level. I hope this video helped you and found out a way you can increase your pull-up max. If your pull-up max is between 0 to 5 pull-ups, don't give up, because that's where most growth happens. The thing is that most people stagnate between 10 and 20 pull-ups. That's what I did for a long period of time. But I got over the plateau by just being consistent. It's also important to switch up the exercises. As said before, if you like this type of content, please let me know, and also be sure to like and subscribe, because that helps a lot. If you like calisthenics, you should definitely watch this video right here.